I'm not completely friendly with you. I want to win your lane here. Mozu, one Cannon Blast goes in, the whole team goes.
Is going to drop down over there on the lanes. This is going to be do or die for alpha7
point onwards. But yet again, with that approach, his board has been stolen from the side of A7's down, as they are not sure if they want to fight or not, as there are no objectives to be fighting about.
There's no objectives to fight, they just need to come clean the advantage that they needed. Look at that, they want to box. Can they actually take this one? It's gonna be a first blood. Thank you comes in, and he's going to take that one.
And this is what I'm talking about, Axe of Torment. This is what you need to melt down squishies. Gives you cooldown reduction, gives you damage, gives you armor piercing. So this item is so perfect here. The damage was so high that CR7 could not react at all.
Yeah, great setup down there to the bot side of the map as well, right? Obviously, not only first blood, but they're able to actually, it was just like kind of like a pinnacle, right? There was just waiting to get to that peak and get that gold lead, but right now, Niap may be in a little bit of a trouble here. We do see that Zahn used his ultimate, the Fever Barrage, and it wasn't enough to even claim the kill onto Niap.
That Yin just being so mobile, being able just to take a 1v3, loses the turret, but is able to go back home with its life.
Setting the tempo again, look at Zahn. Further taking away the wolf caps.
Yeah, that's it. This is what the T1 takedown is the direct consequence of as well, right? Like, you can have access to those little parts of those camps into the jungle, as well as now we're seeing the T2 takedown into the clash lane as well. CR7, Danny on the scissor side. We're looking at a bit of a pincer movement right now, trying to get a takedown onto Team Vitality. Danny is just soaking up the damage from Neil at this point.
They are trying their very best just to try to turn things around. alpha7 just playing a lot better than they did in game 1, but Team Vitality controlling all of the resources and making that gold just become bigger and bigger and bigger, the gap.
Man, Vitality is so clean today. This is even cleaner from their performance against Dominator eSports. Right now, Vitality, just by making all these small plays, all these objective plays, tower after tower, camp after camp, that goal lead that we talked about 1 minute ago, look at it now, 3,000 already.
That's what I'm speaking about, though, right? Like, into the green room, I was talking about these teams that played on day 1 seem to have a bit of pre-show jitters. But now we get into day 3. They're getting their second chance on their glory stage there, and they seem like a different unit.
They're having already like the performance that we're used to, right?
Yes.
Like always in day 1 and day 2, everyone is a little bit too stiff. But right now, as if after everyone has loosened up, Team Vitality looks to be a lot stronger.
Yeah, I mean, they've had quite a bit of catering from the hotel, no doubt. I mean, it's been some good food, so it's kept us going, and it's going to keep keeping the players going right now. But if we're speaking about food, we look about resources. The 28.1k here for Team Vitality is almost around about that 3k gold lead. So the one that you pointed out earlier, Sagi, that 2k is slowly getting away from alpha7. They need to take a team fight here. Danny maybe getting taken out, though. Yes, used the Conductor of Souls. The set sail did not hit one bit, which is a little bit unfortunate there for the side of Team Vitality.
Ooh, once again, another awkward engage from both teams here. It's like, okay, we want to fight, but it's not a full commit here because yet once again, no objectives to come in. So they took a handshake, but coming in 10 minutes will be the first big team fight that we're going to see this game.
You analyze this game and you compare it to the games that we've had before today, and this one is different. In the games before, we had a lot of fights, a lot of kills, and in this one, it's been already 10 minutes and only 1 kill in the whole game.
I think there's a difference in playstyle, right? In the PKL Grand Finals that we saw just now, and the lower bracket, they love to fight. They love these 5v5s around objectives. But for this, they're like, okay, if we can do it, we will do it. If we cannot defend it, we will give it for free, and we will look for resources elsewhere. So it's a different type of playstyle, a more safe and reserved playstyle for this team.
Yeah, I mean, if teams play like this, how Team Vitality are, and you aren't getting a very reactive team, which fortunately for the side of alpha7, they're playing very reactive. They're kind of mirroring their playstyle. Unfortunately, it's not keeping up in terms of obviously the real estate of the turrets, but they are not dropping meaningless lives, right? It's only 1 kill for the side of Team Vitality, and that's a good thing.
We're getting to the 10-minute mark, and for Pei, this is the moment that needs to really get online. He's got like 2 or 3 more minutes where he still has an advantage, and then right after that, he's just gonna become one more marksman.
Exactly. Pei this hero, as we mentioned, tempo hero with the Maestro Nui. As the Succubus Claw, as the armor comes up for the side of A7, it's going to be even more difficult for these two tempo heroes to really escalate towards a team fight in the later on stage.
I think this is where obviously John comes in with the Marco Polo though, right? Like he is going to be needing to step up once he gets to that point in the game. Obviously we'll probably see a lot more Crimson Golems going up to the side of Zahn on Team Vitality so he can do a lot more damage. That true damage that you can get from the Marco Polo's procs of his stacks is going to be fatal in these team fights.
As the game is just moving forward and we get later and later and later, Marco Polo is going to become a lot more important. And I don't know if alpha7 has the composition just to be able to face a gigantic Marco Polo.
Facing Marco Polo, he wants to go with the Fever Barrage, right?
Yes.
Who is there to burst him? CR7 with this long. Once he gets that Siege Breaker, he's gonna hit like a truck.
Like a truck, and I mean, if they're able to secure this Shadow Tyrant, which is obviously the yellow objective on the map for those at home, they are going to get that increased damage and movement speed, but Tufts into the back line here. It forces out the Infinite Fastness. The board has been laid down. Is this the runway strip for alpha7? It is looking like Tufts gets caught out. That is a double kill for alpha7, and this neutral objective is looking like a clean sweep.
A 3-0 trade for alpha7. They are going to take this Dark Tyrant for free, and this is looking better. Right now, they might be able to turn things around, isn't it, Sagi?
This is the composure that we want for our top tier team. They know, okay, ZanQ and Neil, these two picks, insanely strong in the early to mid game. We are avoiding you at all costs. Once a 10-minute click, like you mentioned, they're scaling off. They're desperately looking for a team fight. They fumbled, we got it, and that is the lead that they got back.
Amazing moment for alpha7, Blam.
Yeah, actions get consequence, and consequences here is going to be that T1 takedown into the mid lane. We've seen the alpha7 really respectively been able to hold off any further kind of advancements from the side of Team Vitality in that mid lane for a very long time, because that T1 in the mid lane takedown for Team Vitality seems like years ago.
Has destroyed a tower.
Okay. Let's give a breather for Team Vitality fans, right? Okay, let's analyze a bit. How do they want to come back from this situation? Yes, the goalie does seem in favor for alpha7 for only 1,000 goalie. But if you look at the team composition for Vitality, they have a lot of setup coming in from who? 19 on the Mortis Cannon Blast spell 2. Neil on the multiple knockoffs of this hero, Maestro Nui, and Tufts on the set sail. So they need to find an angle to CC lock CR7 on this long to really secure the win.
Look at that. Maestro Nui just over there, trying to wait and see what's going to be the rotation from alpha7. He says that he's not going to capitalize out of anything by standing right over there and just TPs back home.
He's still lurking. Observers, he's still lurking. He might find the low that is slowly but surely heading towards the Azure Golem here.
Look at that.
Yeah, if he's able to get that takedown of the CR7 on the Lung, it could be trouble for the side of alpha7. But right now, 19 is just phase checking with the Cannon Blaster with the dashes from the Motsu at this point, making sure he doesn't get caught out. It's going to be vital here. The think inside the box could really overturn these team fights. But speaking of overturned, it was actually GAME2 was able to maintain that Azure Golem from that barrage of attacks by alpha7.
I just love how Neil right now has been camping there for such a long time. Like really just being an assassin, waiting for the right moment. Doesn't need to be there all the time, just needs to be there in the right time.
Patience is a virtue, right? I mean, this is exactly what Neil needs to be keep in mind in his mind. But right now, we do see a little bit of a move, a lot of movement, potentially going to go and contest the Crimson Golem, maybe trying to keep a bit of an eye here, but Danny is able to secure the second neutral objective, and it's not just any neutral objective, it's the Shadow Overlord. And for those at home, that's going to give them the pressure that they've been ever so missing in this game number 2.
Right now, we're at the end stage, right?
Yes.
A7 fully scaled towards their expectations here. The more time you give them, look at that. 2 Storm Shot being completed into a Siege Breaker here. The moment this CR7 on long, he presses 2 spells and 1 auto attack with the 3 Flaming Palms, you're gone if you're Squishy.
Oh, this is looking like it could go anywhere. We thought that it was going to be for Team Vitality. It looked like they were doing a pretty good game. But then that fight over there, that alpha7 turned around, it was so good. Look at that lap.
2v1 takedown, and potentially here, it's going to be a gank from GAME2 as well. Takedown onto the Mayin. We have a set sail. Is this going to be coordinated, or is this going to miss?
Just like that. Set still, rip the boat, I'm out of here. Mayin gets caught out on Niap, but for the side of Tufts, he gets out clean. But right now, it's a 5v4 situation that's going to be breaking out.
They're able to get the Azure Golem for the side of alpha7 from Team Vitality's camps there as well. GAME2 waiting in the wings there, maybe trying to get a pick off on Superlau, on the Dolia, and that could be enough on the sustain that the side of Team Vitality needs. But Danny on this Ogryn is a beast. He is able to take those balls. He's able to just get out of there and sustain and soak that damage from the Marco Polo. Have to be careful here. GAME2 maybe get caught out with a 3v1. That is unfortunate for Team Vitality, and even a Brucey bonus there for alpha7. The high ground turret goes.
He wanted to 1v3 them, and what is going on? He did not take it, and right now they pay with the turret.
It's a hype of a moment kind of thing. If he succeeded, it would be a 1v3 cool outplay here. But ladies and gentlemen, that was crazy stuff coming from A7 and Danny. Look at that, 100,000 damage tank as an all-run here. Wow, what a number.
Absolute huge number, but I mean the fact that is to be able to stave off that early game, that mid-game power spike from the Pei, and obviously the Maisha and Nui, he's able to soak that damage, right? Because he wasn't taking those team fights, he wasn't taking those L's.
At the beginning of the whole VP, we just said that we wanted to see if alpha7 was able just to push it to the late game, and right now, look at that, it's already 16 minutes, and they look stronger than ever.
They look stronger than ever. Shadow Tyrant being secured once again for the side of alpha7, further buffing any sort of damage that alpha7 needs and requires. And right now, they're knocking onto another tier 3 on the back side of Vitality.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they don't want to do, right? This high ground turret for a takedown is going to be a bit of an issue here for the side of Team Vitality. Those side leads are definitely opening up at this point. Those flaming bombs are hitting a lot harder now, like you were saying, Sagi, thanks to the itemization.
The itemization, Siegebreaker, cool stuff, 50% lower health immediately does a lot of damage when you're low. And also, with the fact of he has a hammer, it also does you a lot of work when it comes to the armor piercing reduction. So definitely these two items combat well, and right now, the last tier 3 has fallen.
alpha7 wants to come in. It's going to have to be Sunso coming back just to try its very best to be able to stand there. Thank you!
Oh, he gets a takedown onto CR7. That's a lot of damage for the side of alpha7 being taken down. He's trying to take that Fury into the backline. He has been captured by the board. The Sage's Sanctuary has been procced. He goes straight into the damage of Team Vitality. And Bilal is looking pretty low. That is a 3-2 trade for Team Vitality. They were on their back legs. They're now on their fours.
Another epic comeback coming in from Vitality's team by Zanq and Neil. Got the perfect flank onto CR7, the crucial carry and member of the side of alpha7 here. They got that, and now they have more hope coming into this game as they have their eyes on the Shadow Overlord.
In the moment that alpha7 looked like they had it already there, like they wanted to push into the high ground, as they retreat, they were unable to be able to go back home.
Unable to go back home, but the pressure that alpha7 has created by the takedown of all those high ground turrets is going to be something that Team Vitality is always having to keep check right now. Not only in trying to take the neutral objectives, but farming the farm.
Exactly as you mentioned, Blam. With 3 of these towers going down, imagine how much pressure it is when Tempest Dragon spawns. By alpha7 right now, they can just play patient and wait for the wave, but they don't want to be patient as they are starting on the objective.
The Overlord, that Shadow Overlord needs to be the next objective. We are 70 seconds away from the Tempest Dragon, and the fight might start right over here.
Fight might start right over here, but they do have to go back. I mean, here, could we see a backdoor here from Zanq? We see that alpha7 is looking to rotate from the mid lane and obviously spare the expense of alpha7 CR7. Right now, again, Bilal gets phase checked by 19, but it is going to be aided by Danny, who gets it. It is going to be Tufts. He's able to outsmite alpha7 Danny.
And 40 seconds on the clock. With this Shadow Overlord, they have more room to play on this Tempest Dragon. With this Shadow Overlord, they can summon Vanguards, Dragons to really clear out these super minions that's clashing towards all 3 lanes here. So that gives them a bit of hope when they want to tackle or set up on this Tempest Dragon. But for alpha7, they just have to wait it off. They just have to clear these waves and recuperate. Once the timer is up, that's when alpha7 strikes back.
The problem right over here is the Overlords, right? I do believe that those Vanguards, as they push forward, they're going to put so much pressure on alpha7 that they will not have priority for the Tempest Dragon.
It's a potential, right? It is a potential, but they are holding on to that Shadow Vanguard as well. They do drop it into one of the lanes as well, dropping it into the mid to clear them off. Obviously, a bit of a team fight going to go hard here, hoping that alpha7 is able to come out on top. We see that Neil gets taken down. It is the Vanguards keeping that crystal alive. Zard, he has the Sage's Sanctuary. We have Zanq going, rotating to the mid, trying to stop those minions. alpha7, Danny, CR, and Bilal are looking for the run. Nia as well. It seems like a little bit of a 2-man 70s cop chase at this point.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Right now it's going to be the minions over there in mid lane. It's going to be only Zanq, the last hope. But I don't think that there's going to be any hope in there.
No, unfortunately not. We have one man on this. It is not one man in a dream. It is alpha7 with the dream of game number 2.
It's such a high-stake game. One more game towards the lower bracket. alpha7 comes on top once again, tying the series score to a 1-1, making sure that they still have hope towards the road to playoffs.
Team Vitality thought that they had it in the bag, and alpha7 came in and shot